Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video. And also welcome to the channel if you're new, because we're covering a coin I have covered before, but not often. Because a lot of people were talking about this. I saw some people in the comments talking about this, so I thought, all right, well, let's make a video on Fartcoin. We're going to do a full analysis right here. Like I said, I covered this before, but it seems to me that not many people, at least on YouTube, are interested in Fartcoin, even though, I mean, the price action for basically the last 2 months has been incredibly interesting since the beginning of March. I mean, what are we up a couple of X's from right here to the price right now? We're up about 400%, so 5x. So obviously, Fartcoin, like it's been on my radar for a very long time already. I've been keeping an eye on it. I have a pretty thought out analysis on it. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in more of this. I'm very interested in hearing that, but for now, let's get right into it. So as you can see right here, Fartcoin has been incredibly bullish. We already started forming a bottom with a lot of volume right here, the 3rd of March, as you can see. And basically what we've been doing since then is forming a very sustainable and strong uptrend, right? Obviously, I mean, Fartcoin has left some imbalances as well, and that those will eventually get filled. But imbalances, look, every time a coin is very bullish, it's going to leave imbalances to the downside, right? And those are not going to get filled. So in general, I'd say this is very sustainable, where you have balance right here, we break out, balance right here, we break out, and then right now we had some balance right here and we broke out again, and that is what we just did. So that's why I thought it was ideal timing to make a video on it right now, because I wanted to talk about whether this is a real breakout and whether we can trust it or not. The main level we broke out above is this level right here between $1 and 95 cents. Big psychological zone, but also the previous, or at least the value area high of this balance. As you can see, Fartcoin also had a bit of a fake out right here. This was the ideal trade, right? If you accurately saw that this was a fake out, you could have longed right there. You could have even taken the retest right here after breaking back into the range. That was a perfect trade, but that was still without a lot of momentum. I mean, back then, as you can see, the volume was dropping down. So personally, I was looking at that, but I did not trust it because of the volume. And then we started gaining a lot of volume, of course, yesterday during the US session. But the price action that Fartcoin had during the US session yesterday was not just because of the markets. Fartcoin itself just also had a lot of strength. And you can also see right here, even though the volume right now for Fartcoin is much lower than it was the 9th of April, we're still gaining in open interest. There's no bearish divergence with the RSI. So I have to say, I think it's most likely that this will continue, right? Even though, I mean, Fartcoin is a bit of a meme coin, of course, and I'm also not sure how this is going to look when I'm going to upload a video on this. Fartcoin price prediction sounds great, but if you take a look at all the data right here, first of all, you take a look at Bitcoin, which is still relatively strong, so that's good. You take a look at the volume, that's up 90%, so that's good. There's no divergence with the RSI. We're still gaining some momentum in terms of the open interest, so that's good. So look, if you want to be on the safe side, I would wait for a strong retest of that level right here at $1.95 on the higher time frames. And then if we're able to hold that, then great, we can rally into that next resistance level right here, which is, right here, which is around 1.2, 1.25. That's my main conservative price target for now. But there you can see, I mean, there's quite a lot of liquidity there. First of all, and then we also have the 382 fib and 1.25 as a bit of a psychological level. So talking about Fartcoin right now, what I would say is most likely is that, I'm not certain about the retest, but let's assume that we're going to get a retest, but we're going to hold the breakout and we'll rally into that level. And then from there, we'll see again. So that is what I would say is most likely for Fartcoin. Although I do want to warn you, look, there is a possibility, especially if Bitcoin gets into a deep pullback over the course of today, there is a possibility that Fartcoin is not going to hold the retest, right? And if for any reason we will not be able to hold 95 cents, first of all, then I was wrong, all right? Because I do want to make clear, I think it's most likely we will hold the breakout. But if we're unable to do so, we will instantly reverse back down into 85 and 80 cents. And then this all of a sudden could be a massive bull trap leading to a development lower into the 30-day VWAP at 65 cents. So be aware of that. But like I said, for now, everything still looks good. So those are my thoughts on Fartcoin. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments, of course. Take care and bye.